Okay. 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 Okay, dokie. Let's bring this mouse over here. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay. This is the light box. It's probably going to be the printed parts. yes, it is the printed parts. Hey, whopping pochard. Or chapard? Pochard? Something. There we go. So, I ordered ABS printed parts from Blurolls also. Stupid Google. Toss my phone out. So, the parts look okay. Probably can't see so well. My webcam sucks. But yeah, these are all the printed parts. I asked to have it done in the main color black and accent color blue. Alright. I should have reviewed the manual first before starting, but I will just look at stuff and assume it's all complete. Okay. Looks like these are for the, I guess the skirts. Side. Some kind of assembly. Yeah, looks okay. One thing I really hope is that they included the rail guides, because my printers are all offline. And if I have no way of aligning the rails, it's gonna suck. No, that's not it. Kind of a crappy overhang. This side looks pretty nice. I mean, it's a bridge. It's a bridge, right? Looks okay. Looks pretty good. Okay. Yep, I'm in for a lot of fun figuring out where all these parts go. A lot of small parts too. More fan shrouds. This looks pretty nice. Looks like they had a bit of warping on some places though. There's a little warping there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. Looks like chain mounts. Okay. Some kind of cable guides. I guess this is the exhaust fan cover. Yep. Okay. Oops. That was not supposed to happen. Back here. Thanks, Juan. Yeah, I'm not sure that the rail guides are included. Hopefully I'll be able to reuse the ones from my BLV, because I think it's MGN 12 rails on the 2020s. Although maybe I won't be able to do the same for like the MGN 9 rails. Looks pretty good though. Cute. More skirts. It's interesting. Some of the parts they print with the smooth plate surface, and some they print with the textured. I wonder what makes them pick and choose between the two, or if they're just printing on multiple printers at once, and they randomly choose to do either a textured or flat. These are part of a kit. They came from Blurolls. I ordered the prints from Blurolls. Yeah, the rail guides are quick prints, but my printers are offline, so I have to go and make a bunch of repairs to all my printers in order to get them working again. Okay, I think I've run through all of the ABS parts, but I'll leave the rails to another time because I'm probably not going to get to that tonight. I will unbox the rest. I'll put this away. I'm just going to assume all the parts are there. All right. Put this all away. And here's the big box. Oy! I'm gonna break my back. Oh, here we go. All right, let's open up this box. Yeah, I guess this box was measured at about, what, 12 kilograms, so roughly 25 pounds. Oops, this one. All right. See if I get everything in the frame here. Okay, here we go. Let's see what's in the box. Yeah, usually when I print ABS on my BLV, I print it on a smooth surface because it sticks better there. The textured surfaces don't stick as well. Okie dokie. So what do you got? We got the full kit, PCB cables, fasteners, all the screws, motion system, GT2 belts, pulleys, bunch of pulleys, bearings, rubber compressor feet, electronics. So I asked to take out the Raspberry Pi. I asked to take out the Octopus card. So it shouldn't be in here. And I think I also asked to take out the stepper drivers. And let's see, anything else? Yeah, why is this labeled a V0.1 motor kit? Hopefully that's not an accurate label, or we use the same motors. Okay. All right, let's take a look at all the goodies. What's in the motor box? It's hefty. Oops. Move my mic over a bit. Help with the sound. Okay, let's see what's in this motor box. It says, let's see if it's the same. I am semi-worried that not sure if this is going to be right. Well, looks right. 2 amp motors, 42 STH48. Hey there, BAM5. Okay, so it's probably the same. Two, three, so this is extruder motor, NEMA 17. Is this what's used in the afterburner? Okay. And I assume these are the AB motors. 0.9 degrees. Not a big fan. Yep, 0.9 degree AB motors. It's interesting. The 4 Z motors have detachable cables, but the AB and E motors have regular cables. Okay, let's put that away. Come back to that later. What does the bomb say? It's supposed to be in here. Motors, motors, motors. Electronics, motors. Where are the motors? There we go. Yeah, it's supposed to be 17. So I'm not sure if I got the right motors or not. Yeah, I'll find out later. I'll have to check on that later. Let's put this back in, put it to the side. What's up next? More LDO labeled boxes. Let's see what this is. Yeah, in my experience, Blurolls has pretty much packed boxes pretty well. I haven't had a. I've ordered a few things from Blurolls and it's always come really, really well packed. Okay, this must be my ERCF kit, my Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder. Yeah. So here's the 2 motors. This is the pancake for the selector. The NEMA 14 for the, what's it called? The drive gears. Okay, so that can go back in here. What's in the boxes? These are the stepper drivers. So I didn't get the EZ Board, but I kept the stepper drivers. The main reason is PCR from Team Gloomy is putting together a 2 stepper driver CAN bus extension board, or expansion board. And it should be getting to me pretty soon, and I'm going to be trying to put these on there and seeing how that goes. Yeah, these are BTT 2209 stepper drivers. Yep. But I'm going to have to write firmware for the SAMI C21 to work with the expansion board. Okay, so we got 2 stepper drivers. Parts. Looks complete. See, this is cable chain. Any branding? I have no idea. Looks alright though. Okay. This is going to be my second carrot feeder. I have the other one that's on my BLV, but you know, like I said, both my printers are offline and in need of a bunch of repairs. So no printing for me until I get like this guy up and running. Why did they include a USB-C cable with the ERCF kit? I'm not sure. And these are the threaded rods, the linear rods, and the D shaft. Let's see how straight the shaft looks. The shaft is ground by them, it looks like. Let me compare it to my shaft I got from DFH. So I think my DFH shaft was pretty bent, but I mean, this looks about the same. Something's bent. Oops. Slightly, very slightly. I'm not sure which one is though. And now that I put these two next to each other, I'm probably not going to remember which one is Blurolls and which one isn't. But it looks pretty straight. We'll find out. Okie dokie. This goes back in here. Let's pack this back up. Cables. Oh yeah, so the one thing that Blurolls wasn't able to accommodate me with was, even though they took out the EZ Board, they couldn't source the microfate connectors for me. So I might have to go and source some of those in order to do the hookups later. What is this? No, this is the optical sensor for the encoder. Here is the servo motor. I haven't compared the carrot feeder to the MMU2 yet. I've only ever used the carrot feeder because when I looked at it, the design was super elegant. Mostly it's because of this encoder. This encoder makes it so that, even though on the Voron, on the Clipper implementation, it uses the encoder and the tool head filament sensor, in my implementation, when I put this together, I decided not to use the tool head sensor because the optical encoder can actually provide all the information that we need in order to run it. And similarly, like the MMU2 doesn't have that sort of flexibility because it doesn't have this encoder setup, this optical pickup that makes it able to detect whether or not filament has been sent to the extruder or not. So I'm still of the opinion that we can, on the Clipper implementation, that tool head sensor could still be dropped, but it's just easier to keep it there for now. Okay, put that back in here. Let's put this away. Let's see what's next. Let's see if I can get this back in here. Okay, that's good enough. Let's get this out of the way. All right, next up, unlabeled box. Let's find out what it is. Okie dokie, looks like miscellaneous parts. Ah, interesting. Okay, this is the 128 by 64 LCD screen. Okay, I've actually never ever used one of these before, so I'm going to be setting this up with RepRap firmware once I have my board come in. So that's the screen. Put that over here. This looks like the 5-volt power supply. Even though I'm not using the Raspberry Pi and Clipper or any of that, I actually never picked up a 5-volt power supply before, so it's actually going to be really useful for other projects. That's why I asked them to leave the power supply in. Looks legit. I mean, it's made in China anyway, so yep, that's that. Power supply, 5-volt power supply, some corner cubes. Bunch of fans. I'll just trust that the fans are going to work. These look like, what are they? Can't tell the brand offhand. Who is this? It says Delta. Okay, well, I don't know if it's legitimately Delta, but it says Delta Electronics. So maybe it's pretty good fans. Alright, here are the rubber feet. Another USB-C cable. They're giving lots of these away. All right. Thermistor Heater. This is a, my eyes suck, so I cannot tell. Let me bust out my flashlight. Oh, can't see on that side. 40 watts. Pretty sure that says 40 watts. So it's a 40-watt heater, thermistor. And the Blurolls kit comes with, it's supposed to come with a Dragon High Flow. And here it is, labeled Fatus Dragon High Flow. Yep, there's the collar for the ceramic collar to keep the heat in, make it a magnum. Looks like it comes with a plated nozzle. I mean, I guess they all do probably, right? It's an interesting nozzle shape. Okay. Put that aside. Spare SD card. I'm not going to have the Raspberry Pi, so this is just going to be spare for whatever I need. Looks like an end-stop PCB of some sort. Not sure what that part's for yet. More corner cubes. Put that already. A little bit of heat shrink. Zip ties. Some microfits for the usual parts. Ah, interesting. Well, hopefully there's some spares I can use for the carrot feeder. Otherwise, I'll still look for sourcing them. Here's some, looks like 3mm ID clear tubing. Here is the inductive pickup. This is just going to be there long enough for me to print out the one of the clicky style probes. Once I print out a clicky style probe, I'm going to swap this guy out. Here is a very nice wiring harness that is fully completed. So it's all terminated JST connectors. I think I'm going to have to re-terminate these for Molex KKs on the, actually I don't know. I don't know what the Big Dipper uses. So, yep, figure that out. Put that guy away. This looks like another end stop board. It's interesting. So these all come on boards already. Okay, so this is a 2 end stop board. Synon maglev fans. Ah, fancy. So this is probably going to be the hot end cooling fan, I guess. Here's it's a Pengda 4020 blower. Not sure which is that, what that's for. This is an Omron. Is it really? Are Omrons ever made in China? Well, this one says made in China. Well, it doesn't look super fake, so I'll just assume it's real, legit. G3 and B. Isn't the usual one G3 and A? Ground the rail, it says. 210, 20, 10 amp. Rated for 10 amps. Well, depending on the heater, I guess it's probably going to be okay. Here is the tool head PCB. Although I guess this gets thrown out for the stealth burner, right? That's actually, I think I want to do stealth burner as one of the first upgrades I'll do. Belts, lots of belts. So we have some 6mm, some 9mm belts. All right. These are 9, right? Or is it bigger? 12? I don't know. 9. I'm pretty bad at estimating sizes. Whole bunch of double-sided tape. Yeah, we'll see how, if it gets pretty hot, I'll swap it out pretty quickly. I have a local supply shop that has like, what is it, some Cridom SSRs that I can pick up. This is the power switch. Looks all right. I mean, these are usually rated pretty low, right? Something, it's fused. I have no idea. No idea what the rating on it is. Lights say 10 amp, 15 amp. Yeah. More wires. So many wires. Okay, these are probably to hook up. Looks like power. Probably power. Feels thick-ish. Looks like these are parts for the afterburner, right? You have extruder drive gears, reduction gear. Yep. I don't know what this tape is for. Some kind of 3M VHB tape. Okay. Here's the thermal fuse. 15 amps, 125 degrees Celsius. Oh, nice. The SSR comes with a DIN rail mounting clip. So, yep. Bolt it on and clip it onto the mounting rail. Oh, very nice. Comes all together. All set. And this is the carbon filter for the exhaust. All right. Let's pack this guy back up. Move on to the next parts. In here. They are supposed to be all mounted on DIN rails. I just didn't know that the SSR comes with a mount, or you know, it's part of the BOM. I never actually really reviewed the Voron BOM yet. I'm gonna be kind of just doing this on the fly as I build it all up. Okay, so next box, what do we got? Oh wait, I already looked at this. This is the LCD display. That's the 5 volts power supply. Set it aside. Standard power cord, 120 US power. Here's the cable chain. And I've heard mention of cable chains needing to be openable. I don't know if these are openable or not, but it looks like there's some kind of latches. I have no idea how it opens, or if it does open, but it looks like there's some kind of clips. Oh yeah. So, these are the backers I picked up. And I guess, does it just mount straight on like this? The holes don't appear to line up. Ah, yep. It does pop off. So that's pretty nice. I remember hearing that cheaper chains don't have a way to pop it off, so that's pretty convenient. So are these holes supposed to line up? Doesn't look like it. Are these right holes to this way? Maybe this way? Nope, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with this yet. I'm gonna figure it out once I get there. Yeah, but luckily these open up. So not going to be a problem for that. Yeah, I'll figure out what to do with these guys later. Yeah, since I still need to tap these and countersink them. Alright, cable chain. Let's get that out of the way. Here we go. Motion system parts. Reduction pulleys. Just take a look at one for a sample. Not the neatest looking thing. I mean, machining is kind of rough. But hopefully it should just work okay. Bunch of steel shafts, bunch of pulleys, idlers. Yep, there's a dead heater down here. I'll get to that as I pull this all out. Set that over here. Okay, next. Here's the fastener kit. Lots of screws, lots of drop-ins, everything individually packed. It isn't as nice as some of the other kits where they come in like a box with individual divided sections, but this will be okay. It's a little hard reading some of the labels, but I think it'll still work. And interestingly, these are all completely blacked out screws. Heat set inserts, okay. More cable chains. All nicely openable, yep. 10 by 15, 10 by 10. All right, very nice. Let's put that over here. This is the power supply. Also meanwhile, 200 watts should be plenty. Okay. Yeah, I want to upgrade my BLV to, or downgrade the power supply down to a 200 watt, because on the 350 watt, it's very annoying that the fan kicks on and off. All right. Put this aside. Put this aside. Bring these guys out of the way. More foam packaging. So right here. Okay, so this is actually the, interesting. Blurolls sent a double-sided powder coated. Would have expected one side to be smooth PEI, but all right, it'll work. Rails. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 rails here. 4. Yeah, okay. So I guess one thing I'll need to be careful of is making sure the carriages don't fall off the rails. Oh, this wrapping sucks. Or, not sucks, but it's a pain to take off. Okay, where's my zip ties? Blurolls says they're supposed to be high wind. And I've gotten high wind from Blurolls in the past, and the ones I got before were also pretty good quality. So hopefully these are going to be good also as well. So let's see how it comes out when I take it out. I mean, they're not factory high winds because are these actually, oh yeah, it's labeled high wind. But they're not factory high winds because if they're from the factory, they have the carriages mounted separately. Moves pretty smoothly. Just zip tied so it doesn't fall out. That's not going to fit. Fine, I'll use a small one. Yeah, I don't know if it's visible, but yeah, it says high wind. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, the ones I've ever gotten from Blurolls, they never include stoppers. So I just throw on zip ties because yes, I've had carriages fall off, and yes, I've been very unhappy because the balls all flew out all over the place. Not sure how legit these are in terms of being fakes or not. The etching doesn't quite look as nice as the other ones I've had before, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's just the lighting because my office lighting is pretty bad at night. Daylight's better. Okay, let's take a look at other ones. Moves pretty smoothly. Yeah, there's no catching or anything. I'll call that good. Yeah, that plus my camera. My cameras suck. Someday I'll upgrade my cameras, maybe. Yep, this is pretty good. Yeah, they're labeled high winds. I'm not sure if they're legitimately high winds. I mean, my assumption is that these all, whatever they sell, are like factory seconds. Right? Because, like I said, if it's brand new from high wind, the carriages come in like a sealed package with a little stubby rail that you use to transfer over to like the main rail, and they're packaged separately. Yeah, it's pretty good. Feels pretty good. Labeling looks okay. All right, I'll just zip tie these up. Luckily, I got these like bulk supply of zip ties. I'm probably not going to run out of anytime soon. Put this one away. Try turning on this light, see if it helps a little bit more. Oh, maybe not. Now it's just glare in my eyes. And so the thing is with these high winds, actually this one's a little, feels okay. I thought it was going to be a little sticky at first, but I think that was just balls settling into the carriages. So the thing about these is, usually I'm really lazy about cleaning off the grease or the oil. I'm probably not going to do it. I am just going to pack it up with some bearing grease. Okay, put this back in. Let's check out the rest of the rails. 2, 3, 4. Check these out already. Look at these. There's 4 more. So are these all MGN9? Is that what's the what the bomb calls for? There's motion. Yep. Oh, MGN9. All right. Feels all right. It's a little stickier. I'll grease it up and it'll probably feel okay. For some reason I remember like the Z being a bigger rail or something, but I guess I must be misremembering. Or because I was also looking at something like the Jenny printer. And the Jenny printer I think spec'd larger rails on at least maybe the Z. Yeah, so when I was looking at picking up a new printer, I was really considering the Trudon for a while. Then I thought about the Jenny printer. And then, well, landed on this guy. Price is all right. Everything's the Jenny printer was like $1,500, but or $1,200, and it was like $1,500 if you want to get the enclosure panels. And I was like, like another $300 just to get the enclosure panels? No. Wow, this is nice and smooth. And the Trudon I passed up on because it used like the Voron 2.2 motion system, and it didn't have like the gear reduction on Z. And I really hate the idea of the bed falling every time the power turns off. I mean, the 2.4 still, still falls when the power's off, but it's a bit less, and maybe there's some mod that can improve it later on. I might have to consider doing the MGN12 on X eventually. I guess single is lighter then, right? Helps with Y movement. Put this guy away. One more rail to go through. They're all looking pretty good so far. Feels all right. Yep, smooth enough. A little bit of preload from the grease and bearings being tight, but it's really nice. All right, and that's it for the rails. Okay, next up, bed. Heater. Heater is generic. It's generic and 600 watts. Okay, I see. So thermistor, and then we have the two power lines. Since it's an AC bed, it doesn't matter which side's live and which side's, what's it called? Neutral. So that's the heater. 3M adhesive, so that's pretty standard. All right, yeah, that works. And the bed itself looks pretty nice. So it looks nice. I don't know how flat it is. I really don't have a flat surface in here to test it against to see. I mean, I can try my straight edge, but it's not like a straight edge, so I can't really tell. And it's one of those things that kind of has to wait until I get it on the machine and I run like a mesh probe. But overall, the plate looks really good. The edges are nicely chamfered. These holes along the edges are, some of them are threaded. I don't know what these holes are used for, but they're threaded. And I guess this is like the standard extrusion mounting down here. But the machining on this looks pretty good. It's heavy. Okay. Let's move this aside. Next up. Is this really all the frame all that makes up the frame? Not a whole lot of extrusions. So the heating bed is supposed to be cast aluminum. That's what Blurolls says on their AliExpress page, and you know, I'll trust them until I found out otherwise. But it looks cast. It feels cast. When I have something to measure it, I'll measure it, and I'll update it, you know, if it doesn't turn out to be cast. V2.4 300. Yep, I am building a 300. So the frame is labeled as supposed to be 4300, and I guess this should be right. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 18 pieces of extrusion total of, so 2 in one size, 6, 10 in another, 4 in the longest, 1 in the shortest. Okay, looks like it's right. I'm not gonna open this and look yet. I mean, well, other than actually I should check to make sure that, yep, these are drilled for the blind screws, so that's fine. I'll just have to trust that they are straight and cut square, but it looks okay. Edges are pretty clean. And they appear to be tapped. Yeah, it should be tapped all right. Yep. Looks okay. Okay, what do we got next? Put this away. And I guess that's gonna be, oh, here's the DIN rails. These are the steel DIN rails, right? The only other DIN rails from my shop that is local to me, what they have is they have aluminum DIN rails. And that's what I've been using, but these look like steel. Are they magnetic? Yeah, I can find out later. But yeah, DIN rails look okay. Should be the right size. What else do we got? Get this one out of the way. Boom. Anything else in the box? This is it. I guess these are the panels then. All right. So here's the panels. Where do I open? Where do I open it? Here. Okay, so this looks like it's the bottom panel. It goes underneath the bottom extrusions, right? For the bed. Cover for the top of the electronics bay. Okay. I'm not sure what this part is for, but it looks like it's cut about the same, so it's probably in the same area. Acrylic. Okay, so that double-sided tape earlier is for taping these panels on, right? Front door panels. Okay. So we have one side panel, two acrylic side panels, one acrylic top panel, or a clear acrylic top panel, and then we have the back of the case panel. Okay. So it looks like everything's here. The parts look pretty good. This still has the protective cover, of course. Everything was packed pretty well, and yep, that's it for the unboxing. I might come back later on tonight to start assembling the frame, or maybe inserting some heat certs. Whatever the instructions tell me to do, I'm going to do. I'm just going to follow the instruction manual from top to bottom, and we'll just go from there. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Just going to pack this up. Night, Pam. Now, I'm not a packaging engineer, so stuff is probably not going to go in the same way it came out. It's just gonna have to be good enough until I start taking it out again. Close enough. Tossed here. All right. Bye, guys.